Guys, it's time for a prep and pack series. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Christy. Welcome to our Braden adventures. 30 days out from Walt Disney World. What are we doing? What am I buying? What do I need? Bits for the kids' hand luggage, bits for myself, the last minute Disney shop that you can't resist but do, and a haul and what's inside. If you don't already know, we are on our way back to our favourite place in the world, Walt Disney World, and we are back for a 2-week trip, staying 9 nights in the Polynesian and then a 5-night Disney cruise on the Disney Fantasy, visiting both Disney islands. So let's get into the vlog. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button because there is so much coming in the series. The prep, the pack, the what's in my hand luggage, the what's in my kids' hand luggage, the trip, travel day, the transition from a cruise, like everything Walt Disney and fun as a busy mum of 4 and a family who absolutely love to travel in Walt Disney World. It is currently the summer holidays, and if you can hear my children running around in the background, I'm sorry. I have closed the door, I have a mic. I'm hoping you're not going to be too distracted by any background noise, but it's reality. So that is just the normal chaos of our life. I can't go on holiday without doing like one big shop of toiletries and snacks for the plane and all the little bits that you need in between, hair stuff, face stuff. There's just so much that I end up buying on like the few weeks leading up to the trip, and it can be expensive, but I am going to share with you today everything that we get. Helpful to you at all? I always find these videos really interesting. I love to see what other people buy. I'm going to show you really quickly the fact that I'm in my daughter's room right now and there's no bed in here, and the internet are going to love me or they're going to hate me for this, and I'm not sure which one it's going to be. But my daughter I've moved my daughter's bed into her brother's room, so they're going to be on a giant 2-week sleepover because I needed a packing room. Now that probably sounds insane. That I am aware that sounds insane. It probably doesn't resonate with many people. However, we are a family of 6. The amount of things I need for a 2-week trip and the space I need, I have done it in my front room before. I have tried to do it in my bedroom. So they're having like a giant sleepover for the next couple of weeks while I get sorted in here before we go. I will have it put back for her by the time that we go, and she is excited about it. So are her brothers. They think it's going to be really fun. So we're trying it this way this time. I would love a really big house that allowed me to have a whole spare bedroom dedicated to packing for all the trips that we take during the year. The reality is we couldn't take the trips that we take if we lived in a house that was bigger than this. So we have a beautiful home. We love our home. It doesn't have enough space for us to have a spare bedroom and a packing room or a wardrobe room for me. So, you know, we just have to make do. And I know that people are going to think it's really strange that I've turfed my daughter out of her room for this. She never sleeps in here. She's 7. She sleeps in with me and Matt every night. Another thing the internet may not love me for. But we have 4 children. She's my last baby and she has always slept with us. She uses this room to play in. Her bed gets slept in twice a month at the most. She won't even notice it. She's excited to go in with her brothers. I don't think she'll stay in there. I'd be really surprised if she sleeps in their room at all. I think she'll start off in there, but she'll crawl her way back into my bed like she does every other night of the year. So it does seem strange that we have done that. And I know that for some people, they're probably thinking, you are that crazy that you need a packing space and you've kicked your own child out of their bedroom for it. But it needed to be done, and I need to get organized. The prep and the pack, like if you know and you've got a big family, it's serious stuff. Working out every outfit, where it's going to go, what I'm going to take, how many cases I'm going to take, sorting through all the toiletries, all the hand luggage, all the pixie dusting, all the clothes for me, clothes for Matt. Like I even pack for Matt because, again, controversial, but I don't trust him to pack for himself and I don't want the stress of him turning up in something that I think looks terrible. So we've always done it that way and it makes me happy, and the control freak in me feels like I'll get a way better result if I've packed for him rather than letting him do it himself. So that is how we do it here. This morning I sat there and did a Walmart order online. I haven't checked out on it yet because we're not in the window to check out. It's usually about a week before, but I like to make sure I've got my account set up. If you haven't done one before, it's really easy. Set up your account on Walmart online. I think you'll struggle to download the app here in the UK. I struggle with the app. I tend to use the website. Make sure my account is created or logged in if you have already got one. Then I start to build my shopping list. I make sure that my delivery address is correct and that I'm delivering it to my resort because we have groceries delivered on the day that we arrive. We do have the dining plan, so you're probably thinking, do you need groceries? There are some essentials. In the summer heat, making everybody drink a bottle of water to start the day is like the best thing you can do for all of them, because I know that my children have had a big drink of water before we even leave the room. So bottled water is really important for us. I mean, keep them in the fridge and they're nice and cool. And I take the Robinson's juice squeezers with me, or Aldi's version, both are fine. So my children that like juice can have juice. Some of my children like water, they'll drink it as water. Me and Matt will put a liquid IV in ours so that I know we're as hydrated as possible. I really struggle to get my children to drink the electrolyte drinks. If you've got any that are really successful for very fussy kids, then let me know in the comments below, because I'm yet to find one where they can't tell me that it doesn't taste like salt or doesn't taste funny to them. So they go with juice, but having that bottle of water, you know, before we leave the room, it makes a huge difference to us. And I feel better about them being hydrated. So water is super important here. The other thing that I add is liquid IV for me and Matt. I make sure also they have way better flavours than we have in the UK. So I'm going for this ring pop flavour this time for me. Matt is a standard guy. He just likes the strawberry. So I've ordered that for him. I've then also got some muffins, a few little breakfast options for the kids, some snacks in there, Matt's favourite crisps, and he calls it the cheese crack dip because he is like addicted to this sauce when we're in America. So I've ordered that for him to have in the room as like a post-swim, kids are having a nap or chilling out, we're having a snack on the balcony, like that vibe. And that's really nice to have even with the dining plan. Also, what else have I ordered? Oh, sun cream. We really loved the Sun Bum sun cream. We used it in Hawaii because it was reef safe. Fell in love with it. It's so much more expensive here in the UK, and actually it's the same price in pounds here that it is in dollars over there, so it's a much better deal. It's less that I've got to worry about, so I have it delivered in our online shop. There are lots of things that you can have delivered if you have a refrigerator in your room. We're staying in a DVC resort, so we have a DVC room, so we have a full refrigerator. If you are staying on property but you're in a standard room, you will have a drinks cooler beverage. That's fine for keeping drinks cool and a few items, but I wouldn't put anything very perishable in those fridges. They're just not cold enough for like meats and cheeses and things like that. But plenty of options. Pop-Tarts are a great option. Snack bars, those types of things, because in the DVC rooms you also have a toaster and a microwave. So we have got some options for breakfast. My children wake up early and they love breakfast as soon as they wake up. So this just is something to tide them over until we get into the park and they use their first snack or their first meal credit of the day. Okay, so I'm off to Home Bargains now to get the final bits for the trip. This is always a really exciting shop for me because I always think we're getting so close when I'm buying plain snacks, last minute toiletry bits. I need to top up my medical bag. I always keep a medical bag. I'll show you that later in the vlog, but it's just a few top up bits for it. See if there's any good surprises for the plane. See what they have Disney wise. Sometimes you can get some good little bits in Home Bargains. It's just up the road from us. It's not a huge one, so we'll see what they have. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you with me, and if it's not too busy in there, I'll take you around with me. If it's quite busy, then I will do a haul with you after and show you what I got. But yeah, this means we're getting really close to that part in the trip, guys, which is super exciting. Home Bargains. I don't know how much I showed you in the footage, but I thought I'd just do a little bit of a haul and show you what I got. I'm not going to show you all the snacks that I got for the kids. I did get a lot of snacks, but I'll show you that in their hand luggage videos. But grand total, it's always a big spend when we're about to go on a trip. It was £112, which is a lot, I know. And then we went into Aldi afterwards and got more snacks. I don't know if I've mentioned this, I think I have, but because we're on the quick service dining plan, we are taking some snacks with us. Most of my snacks and things are for the plane. My 4 children love to eat on the plane and they don't love plain food, so I have got far too many snacks and a few to carry over with us into our stay at the Polynesian. But we do have the quick service dining plan, and for anyone who doesn't know, that means you get 2 meals a day, so 2 quick service options around the parks or in your resort, and that's usually like a main and then a drink, and the children get a dessert with theirs as well, and then you get a snack credit for every day as well, and you can use that on something like ice cream, which my children love to use theirs on, like a Dole Whip or a Mickey Premium Bar. Or if you want to try and make it stretch and use it as like a breakfast option or a small lunch, you absolutely can. There are lots of options. We do it quite regularly. We might get like a Mickey cinnamon roll and share that between us as a snack, but it works out as a light breakfast. A pretzel can be a small lunch if you've had a big breakfast, or there's lots of ways around it. I have made a video previously on the dining plan, and the series that we have just finished in April, we also had the quick service dining plan. So anything that you want to know, head on to those and watch those videos, because you'll kind of get the gist of what we had food wise on a quick service dining plan. So I do have a couple of things that I've brought alongside that, but most of our food will be covered while we're over there. And as I showed you earlier in the Walmart video, I have a Walmart order on as well. So let me show you some of the things that I got from Home Bargains, because it's fun, because it's just nice and to be nosy. Like I said, I won't show you all the snacks, but here are just a couple. I like to find really fun snacks for the kids for the plane. I like it to be something they haven't had before sometimes. I have safe foods in there too, but I like them to be excited, and 9 hours is a long time, and you'd be surprised how much excitement a different type of sweet or a different type of snack is for them. So I found these like Toy Story gummies, alien ones, and also they had Mickey Mouse, so I was like, they are coming with me. These are brilliant because my children always want them in the airport and they cost 10 times the price, so I picked up some of those for the kids. Any other really cool snacks? Oh, I got these, like the Biscoff dips. I got loads of snacks, and like I said, I will show you those at another time in another video. I topped up on medication, so let me just show you. One moment. I already have a medicine bag that I take on every trip with me, and to be honest, it's pretty full. Like, I just needed a couple of top up bits. It's messy. It's a real mess and needs sorting out, but it's pretty full, and it's just like a trusty medicine bag that I take with me, and I just got a few bits to top it up. I didn't need very much. Some extra hand gel, a few little bits. I also picked this up, which is like a reusable bag. Like, they're really handy just to keep in the park bag if all of a sudden it chucks it down with rain, and you need to put something to keep it dry, or you just got loads of stuff on a buggy, you want to whack it in a bag. Having one of these is really handy. When we had a double buggy and the kids were little, I used to have one of these from Primark that was a big foldable one, and you could then just quickly, almost like it was like this small, but it would open up to like a duffel bag size, and you could just chuck everything in it to save yourself when you got to the bus stop. So before you leave the park, before you see that bus and you start running for it, get everything packed away, especially in a downpour in the Florida sort of like summer weather. I'd load everything in so that all we had to do was just fold the buggy. The popcorn bucket isn't going to fly off, your drinks bottle, your snacks that you've left under the buggy from earlier, everything goes in a bag. I've got a much smaller version of this now, but as a tip for parents, absolutely, you should do that. Also, I'm so sorry about my nails. They need to be done before holiday. So do my roots. So just try and look past those things because I know I'm very close to the camera. What else did I get? I got things like deodorant for Matt. I order mine from Amazon because I like a particular one. Insect repellent, because staying at the Polynesian and the Animal Kingdom Lodge, we're not staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge this time, but if you are staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, you're going to get bit. You are going to get bit. Whoa, it's jumping everywhere. You're going to get bitten more than you expect. The greenery, the sand at Polynesian, it just attracts the bugs and you get bitten. And then I also picked up some Savlon, and then I also got an insect bite Savlon. So these are going to go into my medicine bag because I think they're just must-haves. I also always pick up a small pseudocreme, and there's one in this bag somewhere, because it doesn't matter what age your children are, sometimes you just need a bit of pseudocreme. So I always take one of those with me. One thing I couldn't find is they didn't have any of the Calpol sachets. I also tried on Amazon this week and couldn't get any of the 6+ ones, so I'm going to have to go to Boots or somewhere here in the UK and grab some, because I don't travel without these and I find it so much easier than the bottles. And I think I've mentioned before, if you look at like an old What's in My Park bag video, I can't go without these. They're just so helpful. So yeah, I got those. What else did I get? Oh, okay, so I picked up these for the kids. So we didn't buy new ones. I try not to buy new ones for every trip. So the trip in April, we used the ones from our previous trip a few months before. This time I did pick up just a new set for the boys. They like a notebook for every trip. They're always writing and drawing and doodling. This came with like pencils and a few pens, and I got the same like equivalent for Ellen, but a sort of a stitch version, and they had them in Home Bargains, and I think they were $2.99 each, which I thought was really good. I was really happy with that. So I got 4 of those in total. Oh, that one's flying at me. And then I got these stitch stickers for Ellen. They were like 99p. And it was like 300 different stitch stickers. One thing I also couldn't find, and I'm going to have to track down this week, is some smaller colouring. I want like an A5, is that what we call it? A5? A3, wait, which gets bigger? A5. An A5 size colouring sheets for my park bag, because if you've seen my What's in My Park bag video before, or you'll see the upcoming one soon, you'll realise that we still take colouring sheets with us for dinners and for when we're like either even in a really long queue, or we're sat between rides, or you know, just having a chill out. Sweets for the queue. I always have some type of sweets for the queue in my bag, just a packet, and I just give each child in the queue a sweet sometimes when they need a pick-me-up, or the queue's longer than we expected and you just need that little distraction. I also found these. This is another snack for kids, but just something different, and I just really like finding them fun. Different snacks, more colouring, extra pencils for the kids to split. I'll split these into their individual bags. I bought these pens for myself, guys, because they had Gus on, they had Sebastian, and I was like, and Pascal, and I was like, well, I just need these for my bag. So these pens are for my bag, for my travel day bag, which I haven't even decided what bag I'm taking yet, but this is for my travel day pens. I like to have some pens too. Sorry about the rustling. Okay, this is something that I always recommend you buy when you go to Home Bargains before you go to Disney or on a Disney cruise, and that is glow sticks. They are, I think they were 49p, and you got 15 glow sticks in a pack. And then I also got, so I got 4 of these. Hang on, let me grab the other ones. And I also got the glow stick wand, which was also 49p. Now, are these as cool as some of those big, bright, shiny bubble wands? No. Have we brought bubble wands before? Hundreds of times. And will we buy one on this trip? It's likely. But when we're on the cruise, especially, these are so fun for pirate night or for the parties that they do on the cruise. And my kids, I think it's really nice for them to give them out to other children. So they all have a packet each. They've got 15 in there. On pirate night, they can nip round and they can hand them out to other children as well that haven't got any. It's a really nice thing for them to do. It's good for their confidence. It's good for them to get that feeling of like, I'm doing something kind. And yeah, they're just a really fun thing to have. And we'll probably use these on like a parade night or a firework night or something. But yeah, I mean, they're like 50p, 59p I think they were for each packet. So well worth it. Let me just see. Toothbrushes and toothpaste, just those types of things. I got just some cheap toothbrushes and toothpaste for us to take with us for the pre-travel day. I really like pre-travel day to have a additional set of toothbrushes and a mini toothpaste that I can just leave in my pre-travel day bag and not have to worry about moving all the toiletries from pre-travel day into the travel day. Does that make sense? Like, we're staying in a Premier Inn, and I like just to take essential toiletry stuff that we have at home, and then these little bits that I can then just put back in the bag that goes back in the car, and not have to open a suitcase and try and maneuver it all. Once my suitcase is packed and it's ready, I just don't want to be dipping into it. So I tend to pick up those for that. Ziploc bags, I can't talk about these enough. I've got 2 sizes, the smaller and the large. I use them for snacks. I use them for ice. We've used them in case somebody's hurt themselves and they need ice. I've used them for wet shoes. I've used them for swimming costumes. There are so many uses for a Ziploc bag, and I see it all the time, but just I can't travel without them. We got, what else did I get? It's like Lucky Dip now because I'm just sticking my hand in the bag and push pop. This was an exciting treat for them on the plane. They haven't had one before. They're obsessed at the moment with anything cola flavoured because they're getting to that age where they want to try and drink Coke. So I got those. Protein bars for me and Matt, just for the plane. Matt was like, did you get me any snacks? These? I always buy loads for the kids and forget about me and Matt, but my sister said that she might get her snacks from M&S for her and Luke, and I thought, I want my snacks from M&S, so that's what we're doing. Balm. I was really disappointed with the After Sun. I really wanted the Hawaiian Tropics. It's normally in there and I couldn't get it, which is fine. So I might add the After Sun to my Walmart order for the Sunburn one because I haven't had that before. And like I said earlier, that's the sun cream that I'm ordering. And then we nipped into Aldi. Again, it's more food. It's more food for the kids. The only thing that I wanted to talk about are these. These are my life-saving thing. If I could tell you to pack one thing, and there could be other versions of this, they might not be what your children like, but when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning on the first morning and nothing is open and your children wake up hungry, because they do, inevitably they're going to be hungry before the quick service is open in Walt Disney World. And if you haven't had your groceries delivered already, pull these out of your suitcase and you will forever be grateful that you had these for your children just to snack on in the morning. They're very rustly, sorry. So I actually buy several packets. I've got 4 packets, but I have 4 children. So that gives me a couple of days buffer in case anything happens with the delivery. But really, I like some for the way home. So I try and keep a packet for the way home. What I find is on the way out, you've got all these amazing snacks for the plane. And on the way home, the food is worse on. It doesn't matter what flight we go on. Like even Virgin, who I love so much, all hell Virgin, they're my favourite by far. But the food on the way back is really different to the food on the way out. And it's a night flight, so you don't get the snacks and the service that you do necessarily, which is fair enough because people are sleeping and they don't want drinks, trolleys and lights and things on. But my children don't always sleep very well on the night flight and they get hungry, or when we're about to land and they wake up and the breakfast option that comes around, even the kids one, it's not always kid friendly. So especially not a fussy eater. So I tend to make sure that I can buy some of those, keep them in my case, and I know that everybody's got a good amount of snacks left to carry us through to the other side. So, oh, and I brought this for Ellen. Ellen's got quite curly hair naturally. I wish I had curly hair, but I don't. So I've got this for her. It's just a curling spray. It's like coconut and castor oils. I just think it will help keep the curl after she's been swimming, or when she's had a shower after the midday break, or if we've got a quick turnaround for dinner on the cruise, a little spritz of this and a little scrunch and her hair is done. So that's really nice. That's kind of all I've done shopping wise. Good morning. It is another day and I am here to show you I have picked up for this trip. Okay, here are things that I have brought specifically for this trip. So I'm not talking about things I already had. We'll do some of that later in the video, but today this is all about what I have brought specifically for this trip. I'm in a baggy t-shirt, I don't have any makeup on, we're home, this is real life, and that's what I want to show you. So this is something else I brought. This here is a parting sun cream. So if you have children that have got like little girls who their parting's exposed, and my parting burns so easily with the sun. If you're wearing mini ears and you're not wearing a hat, your parting's still really exposed. So this is, you just dab it on your hair and it's like odorless, it's not sticky, it's just a dry powder. It doesn't change the color of your hair. It doesn't look white if you use it sparingly, and it works really well for my little girl and for me. So yeah, protect your parting line, because there's nothing worse than burning your parting. Hats are really important. I found the boys have got like a good mix of hats this year. Hang on, I'm just going to show you one. So actually, I didn't find these. I found these hats. They've got several, guys, but I'm going to show you these. So these hats I found on AliExpress. They're just like a mimic of the Monsters ink. Also, I did buy them in a big size because my boys have got quite big heads. That like it can be adjusted. It's on the biggest adjustment right now. But I got this for the boys. These I got from Home Bargains, and they were about £2 each, or £2.99. No, they were £3. It's got a tag on it. They were £3, and I feel like they're so cute for the boys. They've got 3 or 4 hats each. I always take extra hats because they lose them on rides when they forget to take them off. They put them down on a bench. They leave them at the pool. Like, we've lost hats multiple times. Also, they get a bit grubby. They don't go with every outfit. Okay, these are not essential, but let's just talk about how amazing these creators look with their baggy bags, and they have a different one for every day, and they're all themed, and they have like matching key rings for each one and different parks and different buttons. I would love that to be my life. I would love to have the time to do that. I just don't. As a mum, sometimes I don't have time to consistently change my park bag and match accessories because I've got 4 children, and it's just not always possible. I have done it the odd time, but it's just not always realistic. So what I did get was a couple of universal charms that I can keep on one bag, and then if I want to change it over in the trip once or twice, I can. So I have got, this was from Primark. This is the like Mickey ears. It's very cute. It was £6, I think. Yeah, £6. Perfect. Like, absolutely very cutesy. I really like it. If it only lasts one trip, it doesn't matter. It was £6. That's good. My boys, I have 3 boys. If you haven't watched our channel before, I have 3 boys, Mason, Ollie and Theo. Ollie and Theo are twins, and Mason is 12 months older than the twins. So I had them very close together. And ever since they were little, I have called them Huey, Dewey and Louie. Like, that's just who they are to me. And they're troublesome. There's 3 of them. They're cheeky and they're fun. And they used to be so tiny and cute. And now they're big. They're still very cute and I love them very much. But now they are 9, 9 and 10, which I still can't say out loud because it still hurts. But they have always been Huey, Dewey and Louie. And their Disney store this year had a sale on some of their key rings. First, I'd seen the Huey, Dewey and Louie bag charms, and I was like, oh, I'd love them, but they were expensive. And again, I'd have to buy all 3, and I didn't want to buy all 3. So I just left it. And then they went in the sale. And then they went in the sale again. And they were so, I think I didn't even pay, I want to say I paid about £5 or £6 each for them. So I've got all 3. I've just opened one so you can see. I've got Huey, Dewey and Louie for my bag, and I feel like that's so sentimental to me. And to have those hung on my bag, I think it's really cute to have them hang on your bag, but also it's a real, like, it's got meaning, and I love that. So I've got Huey, Dewey and Louie, which I think is super cute. I brought a couple of little like key rings and things in Primark. I'm just going to my like bag of junk. Bear with me. Things that I brought. I think I brought a key ring as well, but I brought these because, again, like accessories, it's the same. I would really love to be able to myself to have the most like Disney bounding outfits and jewellery to match each one. And I have passed that time at the minute. I'm in full mum mode. So I just bought these two in Primark that I could wear on multiple days if I wanted to. I've got this one, which is the Minnie Mouse. And then I've got this one, which is the Lion King. And the Lion King's really significant because my son, Theo, if you watch this channel, you will know he is Lion King crazy and has been since he was little. So I picked up those. So that was really good. Let's talk about clothing. I am going to try and link anything that I can link below, and I will also, I'm in the middle of setting up my Amazon storefront so that you guys can just go on and look at all the things that I have in my basket and all the things that I've purchased and stuff. If that's not live by the time this video goes live and you want any links or there's anything that I've mentioned and it's not linked, please just drop me a message and I will absolutely get back to you with a link or details of where I got it. This I got from Vinted, and I love the Disney Cruise Line merch, like I said. I just don't like paying for it. But I bought this hat and I paid £11 for it on Vinted. It's a Disney Cruise Line hat. It still had the tag on it. You can see that it's from there. It's still got the cardboard inside. But I thought that was really cool. And I actually think I'm going to wear this. I originally thought it would be for Matt. But then it arrived and I thought, I need a hat for the cruise. So I think I'm going to have it. I got Matt this Castaway t-shirt. Again, Castaway merch is expensive. You'll pay probably $30 for this t-shirt on Castaway. It's brand new with tags. And I paid £11.50 for it. So that was great. So he's got that. We're staying at Polly and like it's just Moana and Stitch vibes. And one of Ellen's favourite characters is Stitch, followed by Moana. She's really got into Moana. I love Moana. We went to watch the real life Moana this week, the like live action version. And I think she's, over the years, I think she's become my favourite princess. I think because I love that she doesn't have a romance in her story. And I love all the princess romantic stories, but I just love that message for Ellen. Like, I just love the wayfinder, travel kind of vibe. And I wish I looked like Moana also. So I just found Moana stuff everywhere this year. And I got Ellen, like there was so much stuff. This is the t-shirt that I got. And then I got this little skirt from Marks and Spencer's. It is not a Disney skirt, but it just gave Moana vibes like that, with like this t-shirt, her little wayfinder necklace, and like her Hawaiian clip in her hair. And I just think, well, she's gonna look so cute. And she got Moana Crocs, and I got her Moana swimming outfits. I got lots of Moana, very much because we're staying at the Polly for so long and the cruise, and it just gives me like life on an island vibe. So loads of lovely stuff for her. Primark came through with so many things this year. And I got like these socks for Ellen. Again, it's more Moana, but they're just really nice park socks. I also got the Cars version for the boys and the mini version for Ellen as well. I just think they're like the perfect little trainer socks for the park because you can just leave the top out and see the character over her trainers, and I just thought they were super cute. So, and they were £4, which I didn't think was too bad for like character themed socks. But comparing something expensive with something cheap, the rest of her socks were a cheap packet from Shein. So trying to find that comparison. I always have to buy new pants and socks for every trip. So that's that. What else did I buy? You'll hear me talk about fidgets. I haven't even opened these yet, but I know what's in here. Fidgets and things for the queues, especially if you've got children who find it hard to queue or stand still. They absolutely fell in love with these little like stick bot figures. And I ordered a whole packet to fill up the park bag with, and a couple for them to have on the plane, because they just become an essential in the queue. They use them to stick on things, to play with things, to do all sorts of things. I couldn't be without them. So I ordered those. Oh, this is from a small business that I actually wanted to share. I really would love to shop more small businesses with Disney, and I know there's lots out there, but sometimes I'm an Amazon girl because life's busy and I don't always have hours to sort of spend looking and scrolling. These though, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you them in all their glory. I will in a vlog. They're from Imagineer Ears. These are the mug handle inserts. So if you are like me and you have got 4 children or multiple children, and especially if you've got like several of the same sex, so several boys, several girls, and they want to have the same colour resort mug, and it can cause uproar because somebody puts it down. That's mine. No, it's mine. That's definitely mine. Mine had a scratch there. These are going to save my life. Okay, they are handle inserts. So they go inside the handle of a mug and they just slot right in. So let me just show you mine. So this will just slot into the handle of the mug and it just literally clicks in so that they can see. I'll try and insert a picture here. So that you can see whose mug it is, and everybody's got one. I love that they had different options for design. So like I went for the castle, like classic. Theo is obsessed with the Lion King and Animal Kingdom, so he's got the Animal Kingdom trees. Mason, I got the castle because Mason's like me. He's very traditional with his Disney love, so he went for castle, and purple because he really likes purple. Ollie, Epcot, because Guardians is life. And actually I kind of went for Epcot for Ollie because I didn't want him to have the same as Ollie and Theo, same as Mason and Theo. Ellen, I went for the castles, but there are lots of different castles, so that there are slightly different designs. And then Matt, the other Epcot design, and that is because, and then Matt was the other Epcot design because Guardians is life. For Matt, that's like he's counting down the days. He's counting his work days down to go on the trip, but also to be back on Guardians. So I'm really excited to use those for this trip because I think they're going to be perfect. Also the cup holders, the sleeve holders, I ordered one from Magic Bubble & Co. And I only ordered one. I would love to have one for each day in different outfits. I'll forget to change it. So I did just pick up this one, which was the Disney Adult, and I really, really like it. I can't wait to have my Starbucks in it and be walking down Main Street, and it just gives me all the feels. So that's something else I got for my trip, and I'm going to link both of those small businesses below because I just think they're really cute. Also, I forgot to say about the mug thing. They were so reasonably priced. I think I paid £2 each. Something I didn't buy for this trip, but I never ever go without. Pop-up laundry basket. It will save your life, especially if there's lots of you in a small studio room. We have got a DVC studio at the Polynesian. It sleeps 5. My son is next door on my mum's room. Well, he will be next door. We've requested for our rooms to be together. They may not be, but however, he will sleep in with us because that's just the kind of family that we are. We like to be together. So it's going to be tight in there. So this laundry pop-up basket is a lifesaver because it just sits in the corner of one of the bathrooms. Everybody knows to put their dirty clothes in there. I've ordered Tide Pods on my Walmart order and I can do some washing, and it just makes, like, you just don't need stuff lying around everywhere when you're quite tight with space. So don't forget that. What else did I order? What else have I got? There's probably so many things I have not shown you. Oh, I got some waterproof Uno. We love Uno, and I normally take my Uno cards with me, but to have the waterproof ones, I'm really excited because it means we can play them on the cruise and around the deck, and it doesn't matter if they get wet. We can sit in the hot tub and use them. Like, this is fun. A lot of this is going to be like travel day stuff for the kids, so I will show you that in another video. But yeah, I hope that just gives you like a bit of an insight as to a couple of the things that I've brought for this trip. A home bargains haul, a little bit of Disney magic, and get excited with us because we are really getting close now, guys. Here are a couple of things that you can expect from me in the coming future. There is going to be a what's in my hand luggage and my children's hand luggage video. So we're going to go through everything I pack for a long haul flight for my children, what's in their bag, what type of bags they're taking, what food I'm taking for them, what activities I've got planned, some like fails, things that I've done before that have been rubbish, things that I've done before that have been great. And I have tried everything. We have done a lot over the years. So I'm going to do that. And then also looking at my hand luggage and Matt's hand luggage, because I think we always see mum's hand luggage. We don't always see dad's. And I think it's really good for you to see like what the whole family picture looks like. So we're going to have that video. I'm also going to do a Disney cruise version of a pack with me for Disney cruise, slightly different than the full pack with me, because I think packing for a cruise is completely different than packing for Walt Disney World. And we're going to cover some of like the Disney Cruise Line mistakes, Disney Cruise Line check-in, like things to remember, your dates for Disney Cruise, when to put things in the diary, what to make sure that you do before you get on board. And there's a whole list of that. So I think I'm going to dedicate an entire video just to Disney Cruise, because when I pack for Disney Cruise for this trip, I will pack it completely separately. My Disney Cruise case will be a Disney Cruise case, and then I will have cases for Walt Disney World. There will be very little that crosses over between the two, and that's just A, to make my life easier, B, because it's a very different style of packing and your outfits are different and it's much more swimwear, but also very formal evenings. Disney World for us isn't formal evenings. I know it can be depending on your trip, but for us it's not. So I'll do that completely separate video on that. Then there's going to be like the pack with me for Disney World. And then it's going to be pre-travel day. And then like when you see pre-travel day, we will be a week into our trip or 2 weeks into our trip. I'm not sure how it'll work out yet. And then we'll come home and then travel day will be live. So, and then we've got a full series to enjoy together of all those magical moments for Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise Line. I'm going to make sure this time that we've got lots of tips and tricks in there as well, so that it's really helpful for you and that you can get some idea on some of the things that we do as a family of 6 and or just as a family in Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise Line, because Disney family creators are like, it's a much smaller number, and I find it hard sometimes to find new Disney families to watch. If you know any Disney family content creators that are really worth a watch and are really good, because my family enjoy watching them, I enjoy watching them, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to have some more to watch. There's a couple that we watch, like we watch the Hackett family, we watch our Kirkshire Adventures, we watch a couple of like friends and like people that I know from Instagram, so our Harrington Adventures, the Griffin's Great Escapes. Like there's quite a few of them that we watch, but to have like actual families, there aren't that many. So if you know any, then like please drop them below, because we'd love to have some new ones to watch. Otherwise, I think that's it for this week, guys. And it was a bit of an all over the shop video, but I love watching these and I love seeing what other people do in their like prep and pack with me. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.